Hello, my name's Eugene Bryce, and I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about ISO standards for energy management and how the various ISO standards can link with each other and the commonality between them that allows you to implement a base ISO standard and then integrate other standards into your management system for your business. So let's take a step forward. So a lot of companies would have ISO 9001, which is the quality management standard. This is usually the first standard that a company achieves, and it basically describes that the company has robust policies and procedures in place in order that the company is effectively a well-managed business. The next standard would be ISO 14001, which is the environmental standard. Very common for construction, contracting, any number of businesses where consideration of their environmental impact is required to be documented and managed. What I would encourage any business to also undertake would be ISO 50001, which is the energy management standard, basically asking businesses to understand their significant energy use and look to plan to reduce, become more energy efficient, and review that process on an annual basis. So these form individual standards and can be standalone standards, but as I've drawn here, I would consider ISO 9001 to be a core standard using which other standards or significant elements of those standards are also incorporated. So as you build ISO standards, significant elements of each are already covered or within your business processes already. So what are the requirements of a management system? So relationship management, evidence-based decision making, continuous improvement, a process approach, engagement of people or staff, any interested parties really, management leadership, and customer focus. So these are core elements that are required of any management system. The core requirements are already in ISO 9001, and as you add other standards, each of these 7 core elements are contained within each. So if you're already engaged in relationship management, evidence-based decision making, you simply apply those processes and procedures already within the business to the new or additional ISO standard. Plan, do, check and act cycle. Many people will be very familiar with this. It is the core of ISO standards. So planning, what exactly are you going to do? Do, support and operations. Then check is your performance evaluation. Act is improvements, and you start the cycle again. And this diagram is seen as the basic continuous improvement loop that many processes, business initiatives would be following, and can be broken down to this simple plan, do, check, act cycle. And that is inherent in all the ISO standards. So in terms of ISO standards integration, I've described the 3 standards, 9001, 14001 and 50001. So main benefits of implementation: 9001 provides the core processes that a business needs to demonstrate they have an effective management system. ISO 14001 ensures that the potential and actual environmental impacts of the business are understood. And 50001 ensures the energy usage of the business is understood, measured, monitored, and target set for reduction. Linked to other standards. So each of these standards can be done in isolation, but taken collectively form a powerful energy integrated business management system that you can take from 9001 being the core and ensuring that you have an effective system to review both your core business, whatever it may be, the building of something, the manufacturing of something, and then adding ISO 14001 that you've covered all your environmental obligations, and then 50001 that your business is becoming more energy efficient. So taken together, these three standards form an integrated management system, and you could add any ISO standard as well. And the common elements between all three: senior management responsibility, interested party review, risk management, records, document management, and that you have covered your legal obligations. So all of these standards require these common elements, and if you have implemented them for ISO 9001, it's very easy to add or bolt on the other ISO standards, because your business is already doing 80% of the procedural effort and documentation required of one, and can easily add another. So for example, you have your environmental risk and opportunity register. Adding the elements for ISO 50001 to the same register would be relatively straightforward. ISO 14060 family for greenhouse gas validation. I'd just like to mention these standards. So it's a family for monitoring and reporting of greenhouse gas emissions, and this is the ISO standard for verification of those emissions to a common global standard. There's significant issues when businesses say they're going carbon neutral or reducing their carbon zero. A lot of terminology out there, and it doesn't necessarily mean the same thing. So very important ISO standard that you are actually measuring the correct thing and implement. So when you say you're going for carbon zero or carbon neutral, if you apply ISO 14060 standard, then you are saying exactly how you are defining that work. So just a very short introduction to ISO and integrated management systems. If you'd like any more information, particularly on the energy management, feel free to email me at info@bryceenergyservices.com, or you can follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube. And actually on YouTube we have any number of training videos which you're free to watch, and please comment and subscribe as you like. Again, thank you very much. Cheers.